Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Can hear me clearly?
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. I'm Cheong from UTeM International Office. Okay, I will be the so-called MC today lah, and the moderator today. Okay, so welcome to UTeM. Okay, may I know how many of you postgraduate students? Maybe you can just unmute yourself and you tell me, maybe you use this one. You use this symbol. Yeah, you just raise up your hand like this so that I know how many of you postgraduate, master degree or PhD? Anyone of you? Or maybe all of you, are you from undergraduates? Yeah, got, AC, you postgraduate, right? Okay, so assume others are from degree lah, huh? You are degree students. Okay, anyhow, okay, welcome to UTeM. Okay, so this session is specially prepared for you so that you will get familiar in this new environment, okay, including accommodation matter, regarding the visa matter and so on. And even later, we have some sharing from our director from PSTP, okay, Dr. Zulisman. He's going to share you, okay, how to utilize the online learning tools for your better PMP. And we have our director from International Office, Professor Dr. Burhanuddin. He will be sharing you some background about UTeM, so you will get familiar on this. Okay, so without further delay, first I would like to invite our Professor Dr. Burhanuddin, our director from UTeM International Office, to give you some idea. Okay, how is UTeM? Okay, how I always tell my students that how to survive in UTeM. Okay, that's a keyword. Okay, yeah, Prof. Yeah, you can have the floor.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. Thank you, Madam Cheong. Okay, I'm trying to open my slide right now. Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you. Thanks for Chairperson, Madam Cheong Kami. Assalamualaikum warahmatullah, and good afternoon and good day, everyone. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Madam Cheong, can you see my slide about this international?
Yes, I can see it. Yeah.
All right. Can you hear?
Our banner, the banner. Yeah, very clear.
Okay.
Loud and clear.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Cheong. Dr. Zulisman, Director of PSTP, our University Technology Resource for E-Learning Center. Mr. Dino, I believe that he will join in a short while. Mr. Fahim, and all new students, semester 2, year 2020 to 21. Okay. I am Burhanuddin. I'm Professor Dr. Burhanuddin, Director of UTeM International Center. First of all, I would like to congratulate all of you to join UTeM starting this semester. And thanks to join this our orientation program for all international students today. And I believe there are orientation session for postgraduate students last week. But however, today we will discuss more detail about the learning tools, e-learning tools, and so on. So to begin the session, let us start with Ummul Kitab Al-Fatiha. الفاتحة أعوذ بالله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله العالمين الرحمن الرحيم إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Okay, dear students, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to thank Dr. Zulisman, Director of PSTP, which is UTeM Technology Resources in Teaching and Learning Center, Mr. Dino from UIC, and other member, Mr. Fahim, to join our session and to have sharing about e-learning system in UTeM, visa, student pass, and other matters. First of all, let me introduce our staff in UIC or UTeM International Center. If you can look at the screen over here, okay. We have, this is myself. You can see the slide, the photo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, this is me, Burhanuddin. And then this is Associate Professor Dr. Chu Boon Cheong. Okay. Let me take my pointer over here. Okay. And this is Madam Cheong Kami. Okay. And then we have Assistant Registrar. Okay. Mr. Dino Aizat Abadi bin Matno. Then we have Assistant Registrar in UTeM International Center, Mr. Fahim, okay, Mr. Mat Fahim bin Mat Mukhtar. And then we have admin staff here. You can see Madam Suhaila, Suhaila binti Hassan. And then we have Madam Miss Marhamah binti Ahmad, okay. And then Madam Siti Marziana binti Saririf, and then here Mr. Mat Azlan Hafiz bin Mat Roslan. Okay, so for today we'll have introduction on ULearn and online guidelines by PSTP, and also sharing on university life. Okay, and we really appreciate every one of you to join this orientation program, and thanks again to choose UTeM as university of choice for you all. In fact, this is your best choice, which is able to create a wonderful life and successful career in your future life once you graduate from UTeM. For your information, UTeM is located in beautiful city of Malacca. It is a historical city in Malaysia. UTeM is ranked 401 to 450 in QS Asia ranking 2021. And UTeM is a top university in the world based on Times Higher Education 2021, where we are ranked in between 1001 to 1527. And our graduate employability in UTeM also very high. So once you graduate from UTeM, so you don't have to worry. There are many companies, government sectors or corporate sectors will hire you, inshallah, or you have the opportunity to do a business, or if you are undergrad studying in UTeM, then you can continue your study for postgraduate level, either master or PhD program. Dear students, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you will enjoy your stay in Malaysia and enjoy the study in UTeM. Okay, once this pandemic finish, COVID, inshallah, I believe that once you finish your study, once this pandemic over, then most probably you will be getting the access through immigration to enter Malaysia, and then you can come to UTeM. For those who are already in Malaysia, so please take the opportunity to visit the historical places in Malacca and all over Malaysia. Okay, and thank you for UIC team to organize this orientation session. Thanks to PSTP and Mr. Dino, who is going to share your thought later. And thanks for all participants. Okay. Today I get to know that you cannot see my slide. Can you see my slide?
Yes, Prof. We only can see the panel. The
the
first
banner.
one, our tentative, yeah. Yeah, this one.
And then? The photo?
Yeah, the photo, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's all. I would like to share about the photo, about our team, as well as the the session for orientation today, which is a welcoming speech by me just now. Okay, I'm very glad to have you all here in this session, and later we'll have sharing by Dr. Zulisman as well as Mr. Dino and our senior student in UTeM. Okay, thank you very much, Madam Cheong Kami. That's all from me. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you to our director from UTeM International Office. Okay, just now, yeah, you already know that, okay, who will be the person you can contact, right? Okay, we are the UIC team. Okay, I'm one of it. Okay, I'm a coordinator in UTeM International Office. Okay, and we do have our colleague like Mr. Fahim, Mr. Dino, who is in charge in visa and all that. We have our deputy director also. Okay, so yeah, Mr. Dino is on the way because actually his job is bringing students, international students, to come over to UTeM. So now he is on his way. So for the tentative program, I would like to switch a bit. So now I would like to invite our Dr. Zulisman, Director from Center for Instructional Resources and Technology, PSTP, to give us some sharing regarding the online tools. Okay, now it's during the pandemic, right? We do not have a face-to-face, we don't have face-to-face class. So in order to cope your PMP, in order to be engaged in your learning, actually we really need to know how we are going to utilize all the tools to help us to engage with the lecturer teaching, the lecturer sharing, and all kind of assessment and all that. I think this ULearn platform is very important in UTeM. As every lecturer, including myself, we utilize a ULearn. Okay, in order to stay connected with our lecturers, so we post our assessment there, and then we follow very closely the learning material shared by our lecturer and all that. So I think it's very useful. This session is very useful to every one of you here. So without further delay, I would like to invite our director, Dr. Zulisman, to give us some sharing regarding the ULearn. Dr. Zul?
Thank you, Ms.
Yeah.
Cheong Kami.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you very much. All right, Assalamualaikum and good day, everyone. I think I cannot say good afternoon because of some of you might be just started your day in the morning if you are in the Middle East, probably. So I'll just say good day for everyone. Firstly, I would like to send my gratitude to the director of UIC, Professor T.S. Dr. Burhanuddin, because of inviting me to have a small chat today. I don't consider this as a presentation, just a small chat on, what we have been doing and what we expect from the students. Thank you also for the moderator, Ms. Cheong Kami, and also all the UIC members, and welcome all to the students. Probably, you haven't got a chance to meet us personally or face to face, but hopefully, seeing our face today, you'll be able to recognize this is me and there's Professor T.S. Dr. Ran and Ms. Cheong Kami. All right. I'm sure everybody know that since 18 March 2020, we've been in a lockdown and everything's, gone in a different path. But for me, it doesn't mean that, when we are in, during this pandemic, we have to stop from learning. And if you're looking at, the way forward of how actually the university is going to provide an educations, high quality educations to our students, whether it's locally and internationally, is just we also need to provide a good platform for the lecturers and the students to learn. So today I would like to show you probably a bit of what actually our U-Learning Hub and what we expect from the students through that. Okay, so without further ado, I think I will better share the screen of, what is our U-Learning Hub, how does it look like, and, how easy it's going to be used and so on. Okay, give me a second. All right, I hope everybody see my Google page, okay, because I'm going to start from here. Okay, now, our CMS or our content management system or our learning management system can be accessed through a single portal. Now, this is actually, oops, sorry, did I share? Okay, through a single portal. So now there is two ways actually to access to our U-Learning Hub. One is actually by accessing through our UTeM website. So if you are not familiar where the link is, you can just type in www.utem.edu.my and it will go straight into our website of UTeM. And just scroll down. Under the resources in here, you'll find the last list, which is U-Learning Hub. That is our U-Learning Hub. You can go through that by clicking on it, and you will be presented with our U-Learning Hub. Now, if you are familiar with the URL, you can also just type in straight away ulearning.utem.edu.my to access our U-Learning Hub. Now, inside our U-Learning Hub consists of various modules which is available for the students. Okay, let me go through some of the module. Now, the colored module is actually an active module, and the gray out module actually is the module which is still not active. It means this is under development. So for the new students, you will go through all these 4 modules, which is the first one is your CMS or your learning management system. We call it ULearn. You might also accessing to our open courseware where you will find some resources from the lecturers. This is probably some of the lecturers' slide presentations from their lectures. We also have our massive open online courses platform, our MOOC. Some courses actually will be conducted through this platform. For example, courses like Technopreneurs or actually Mandarin courses will be conducted through this MOOC platform. The fourth platform that actually you're going to use most probably this semester is also the exam portal platform. This is actually the platform that you're going to use for your final exam later on in the end of the semester when you're going to have your online examination. So let me go to our first module, which is learning management system. We call it ULearn. Hopefully you will familiar with the name. If you call ULearn, mean is your learning management system, right? What you need to do is just by clicking on it. Now, once you click on it, you will be given 3 sub-module, and most of the student will have to access to at least 2 modules. Okay, if you are a student from ICT faculties and technology management faculties, you'll need to access all your courses which related to the ICT courses and also the technology management courses through this link. Plus, if you are taking any humanity or languages or co-curricular courses, you need to also to click on these courses to log in. So basically, one student, at least you need to log in into 2 type of modules. If you are an engineering and engineering technology student, you will access all your engineering and engineering related courses through this link, plus your humanity and language courses. Okay, so to access into these portals, you need to have a credentials. So your credential is actually your UTeM email that has been supplied to you by the BPA or Bahagian Pengurusan Akademik or academic divisions with your password. We are using Microsoft 365 single sign-on credentials. So it means that if you have your email from utem.edu.my, which is your email usually will consist of your metric number at student.utem.edu.my plus your password. That actually will be your credential also that you're going to use to access into this portal. Okay, now to choose that portal, you need to click into that portal by clicking on it, and you will be given a login system within the module. So all the module will actually use their own different login credential. Okay, so now let me log out first because I'm logging in just now. Let me log out so to see how actually the login system look like. Okay, so you log in. Okay, now once you log in into that particular modules, right? For example, like here, I'm logging into ICTM module, which is the ICT courses and technology management courses. You need to click on login button on the top right corner. Just click on it. And you need to make sure that you are students. So you are using your metric number. Usually, if you are undergraduate student, you'll be given a code B0 something something something, which is your ID at student.utem.edu.my, right? Plus your password. So you just need to proceed with UTeM login button. You will be given into the 365 page login, right? Using your student credential, enter your password and signing in. Okay, just follow the instructions and you will be given into your dashboard. As a student, okay, you will see your dashboard at the beginning of your page. This is actually where you will be able to see courses that you are enrolling into that particular semester. Okay, so let me switch to student role. So this is how you're going to look like if you are a student roles. Okay, so if you are a student, you'll see that actually you're enrolling to semester 2 2020-2021 session, and there will be a course overview, which is a list of courses that you are enrolling. Now, if you haven't enrolled into any courses, what you need to do is to search the course by its code or by its name. Okay, or if you know who is the lecturers is, then you can search by their name. Now, how to find those kind of courses if you are not enrolled? Under your course registration slip, there is always a code on your course, so you can just search your course here. All right, so for example, if you want to search a course of database, for example, just type in database, search, and there's a result of the database, and make sure that you are enrolling into a correct courses code with the lecturer's name, because of usually in your registration slip it will also include your lecturer's name or your facilitator's name. If, for example, your code, if you look at here, there are more than one database course page, but it belongs to different lecturers or different facilitators. So make sure you are enrolling into a correct courses with the correct code, with the correct name of your lecturers or your facilitators. Okay, So, for example, if your lecturer is Dr. Safiza Suhana, for example, so this is the course that you need to enroll, and you can click on the course, and what you need to do is just to press enroll button. Right now, since I'm not enrolling in because I'm the super user, so you will not be able to do that. But that is just the only one step process. It's very simple. You are not worrying about anything. Okay, once you log in, below of your list of your courses, usually you will have all the upcoming events that related to your courses. All the courses events such as submissions of your assignment, your midterms, assessment, your quizzes, your lab tests, of your final project, and so on will be listed down here under the upcoming events. So all this upcoming event actually is the one that you need to adhere to and keep looking at it. So what actually you need to do is to make sure that actually this CMS is considered your second Bible, we call it. You need to access it every day because of during this pandemic, we are conducting most of our classes online, right? So you should know that you need to access all these courses every day. Once you access to your course, you can access it from here or also from your navigation button on your left. This is the list of the courses that are available for you that you are already enrolling on it. Okay. Now, if you're having a difficulties in enrolling, there's a few possibilities. The first one is actually probably because of you have not been registered yet into the course or into the program. The second one is probably because of you are actually logging in not using the Microsoft 365 credential, which is not using your UTeM email. The third one, there's another problem that probably you will not be able to access into that courses is due to a certain gateway. I'm going to talk about that gateway later on. Okay. So let's say if this is the courses that actually you are enrolling in. So every time when you go into this course, you need to look at your timetable. Right. Now, there is two way of the lecturers is going to conduct the classes, right? Some lecturers will have a hybrid mode, which actually they're going to have a synchronous and a mix of asynchronous. It means that some lecturers will conduct your classes through WebEx, through Microsoft Teams, like what we do today, or through Zoom. That means that class actually will be conducted through synchronous, right? So when the lecturers will conduct the class through synchronous, it means that the lecturers will use the timetable in the class that you've been given to start their lectures. So if your class start at 9 o'clock in the morning, so it means it is 9 o'clock Malaysian time. Okay. Now, if the class has been conducted through asynchronous, it means that it's kind of like self-directed kind of learning. Then you will be able to access your content anytime, anywhere you want. Okay. Now, let me show you one of example of one of the course page that you will be able to follow during your learning process. For example, like these courses, this is diploma courses under the digital media design courses, for example. Once you click on the list of the courses, you will always know that you are in that particular courses because of it will be indicated on the top right corner that you are in this particular courses page, or we call it course page. And all the menu on the left side will actually belong to this particular course page. Okay. So some lecturer might have an announcement, they will have a header on their course page to introduce you to this particular courses. Some lecturer might conduct a bit of a survey at the beginning of the course. So make sure that you participate in all of the activity that has been set in the CMS. Okay. Now, the course page actually will be divided into tiles. This is what we call it, tiles. The blue square box with the name on each of the corner, this is a tile. Tile actually contain information within inside it, right? For example, like the general info will contain about your learning outcomes for this particular course, and also the synopsis of this course. And some of the lecturer will add also the assessment method into that particular course. So that depends on how actually those particular lecturers are designing their course page, right? Lecturers also will introduce themselves, because of some of you might not actually meet these lecturers yet. So usually lecturers will provide photos about who they are, a bit of backgrounds of who they are, and what of their expectations, their qualifications, and so on. Some lecturers go one step further by also asking you to participate in these introductions by embedding another activity where you need to participate. For example, like using Padlet, where the student need to also engage with them, because of most majority of the lecturer probably will not know you, so they will expect you to write your name like this and to give a bit of your background, your expectations, and so on, and also a bit of your photo for them to recognize you. So some lecturer will go beyond than that. So this is some of examples. So different course page will have a different way of how actually the lecturers or the facilitators will design their course page. So you will not you cannot expect that actually each of the lecturer will have the same format of their course page, right? So it depends on the way how actually they're designing it. But most of the course page will be easy to follow, because of there's always step that you need to go through. Okay, so make sure that each of the tile need to be actively participate, right? So you also, some lecturer also will provide you with teaching plan. This is one of the mandatory elements. So you will be able to look at your teaching plan. You will be able to look at what topics actually that you're going to learn, right? From the session. What kind of course evaluations actually is going to be conducted, how many % of the assessment is going to cover certain learning outcome, what type of rubrics that they're going to be used. The student learning time also will be stated in the LMS. The detail of the syllabus, topics that the facilitators is going to cover also will be shown in this teaching plan. Now, please do read all this teaching plan properly, because of from here you will be able to manage your learning process. Okay. Now, some lecturer also will introduce groups within the class. So if you have this kind of section tile active, you need to choose which section and group you belongs to. For example, like in here, the student need to choose what year they are belong to, what group, what sections and what group they are belong to. So what you need to do is just to make sure you choose which group you belong to just by clicking on the radio buttons on the left of this group name. Once you do that, you need to save your choice. Then you will belong to a certain group into that particular section of the group. Now, some lecturers use this group because of if they have more students in the classroom. So usually lecturers will give a different assessment. Some facilitators will give you a different assignment or quizzes. So you need to make sure if the group tile is active and the lecturers ask you to choose which group you belong to, make sure you choose the group. Where can you find which group actually you belong to? It is actually in your registration list of your course that been given by the academic department. Okay. Now, There's also book and resources that the lecturers usually will provide to you, online books sometimes, ebooks, and so on. So make sure that once you have this, make sure you also need to read. As I mentioned earlier, when you are learning through online, it means that your independent study will be more. You need to learn by yourself more. So the self-directed learning is the way to go. So make sure that all the resources that you have that being provided for you by the facilitators, you need to use it fully, so then you will be able to follow the class properly. So for example, like this one, this is an ebook, right, which you can read, so you don't need to worry about, you know, there is no resources, there is no books that are available for you, because of majority of the lecturers will provide you with ebooks that actually you can read through online, right? So you don't have to worried about, you know, getting other resources inside there. Okay, right, so that is the step. Now the next step is actually in the ULearn is on the tiles of assessment. Now lecturers will put all your graded assessment in the tile of assessment. This is actually the where you can find all your assessment that is going to be graded. Okay, majority of the lecturers will use this tile to be used or the place for them to upload all the assessment material. For example, right, the assessment materials that the lecturer is going to upload in here is like the assignment, right, final project brief. Sorry, the ULearn is the network is a bit haywire today. Okay, your final project brief, okay, your lab test session, if any, right, your quizzes, or your midterm or midterm examination. This is where actually you will find all your assessment that you need to undertake, right? Now, once you have that, make sure that you keep opening it and checking when actually those assessments available for you to look at. Some lecturer will put a restrictions into that particular assessment, and only the student belong to their classroom will be able to participate. So that's why make sure you are in the right courses, and if required to choose your group, you make sure that you are in that particular group. Now, the next tile and the tiles onward is actually where all the content or the lecturers material or tutorials or the lab is going to sit in. For example, week 1, some lecturer might use the term week 1. Some lecturers or facilitators prefer to use topic 1. It depends on those particular lecturers. If your course in the form of topics, the lecturer will cover through topics, then they will put here as topics. Some lecturer will use week because of the topic being arranged through 14 weeks of the study. And some of the lecturer might use different name of tiles, right? So, but basically the objective is still the same, to give you a guidelines step by step on how to follow the learning process. Now, in each of the tiles, usually the lecturer will have your weekly learning outcome, right, that you need to follow. This is actually something that you will see throughout your courses for every page of the course page. Now, if the lecture session will be conducted through synchronized, usually the lecturer will give you a link like this for you to participate. Whether the synchronous lecture will be conducted through WebEx or through Zoom or through Microsoft Teams, most of the lecturers actually will link it into your CMS, so you're not going to miss those particular synchronous classes, right? And the lecturers, once actually the classes end, right, the synchronous class end, majority of the lecturers will re-upload the recording of the lecture session for you to look back, for you to watch again and again, right? So probably during the synchronous classes, there is certain terms that you do not understand or you missed out the classes, for example, then you can play back the lecture session by looking at the recording session that the lecturers uploaded into your CMS. Okay, some lecturers also will provide directly into the CMS with text-based note like this, where actually you will read it through, and from here you will be able to get more, because some students, they like to read, and you can go through. Okay, beside of that, you also sometimes will see a video recording like this with certain activities in the video which you need to participate, where actually during your video, okay, you need to answer a certain questions and so on. For example, like this. So when you click on that, you need to answer a certain question. This is actually a form of engagement that you will find in the CMS, so you will be able to participate. So basically, you will not only watching the videos, but you need to participate in the class during that asynchronous process. Okay, some lecturers will go extra mile and provide you with more videos that you can watch later on. And the other components in the lecture sessions that actually lecturers will give you is actually the slide notes or the lecture note that usually they will use it in the classroom. So this will be your summarizations of the whole topics. Okay. Now, the next one that you need to look at in your CMS is also in each of the week, majority of the lecturers will give you what we call it homework that you need to do, right? For example, like in this week 1, in this course page, there is a class activity for week 1. Once you have this class activity on week 1, you need to participate. So this is where actually you need to submit certain document, or you need to upload a document. So just by clicking on the hyperlink on each of these course, you should be able to upload documents required based on this class activity. So make sure that you participate in each of the components given to you, right? So you need to submit through here, right? Submit, and then you will be given a chance to submit. And every time when you want to submit your document, make sure that you follow the task that being given to you and follow the step-by-step and instruction that being given to you. Different facilitators will have a different way of requiring you to upload their documents. Okay, just keep following with that. Okay, now if your class actually will have we call it tutorials, or we call it lab session, it should sit within this particular week. For example, in this course page, you have lab session. This is where actually your practicals is going to happen. Okay, now because of actually you are not going to attend the lab session face to face, so the lecturers actually will give you extra, or will give you further instruction on how to access into the lab. Some lecturer will provide you with the VPN, so make sure that you will ask that particular lecturers how to access into the lab equipment if they are needed, right? If you want to access into the software and you don't have the software in your laptop, you should be able to access those particular software through virtual private network. But that one must be you must get a permissions from the lecturers to do so. So you need to inform those particular lecturers if you want to access into the VPN of the university. Okay, so on the lab session here, this is also an example of what we call it a self-directed learning. Some lecturer might not have this kind of style of content. They have a different way how actually they ask you to do. So all this content is quite customizable. It depends on how the lecturers perceive what best actually they're going to deliver the content. For example, like in this content, you're going to have a step-by-step processes that you just can follow just how exactly the face-to-face class being conducted, because it'll just look like a module that you can follow step by step with all the images, with all the instruction that you can understand easily. What you need to do is just to follow this instruction by yourself, based on your own dedicated time that you have. You should be able to follow the class session. Okay. Now, some lecturer will also go to extra mile for that, to test whether actually you understand, or they will give you extra homework for your lab session also. So it looks like this probably, and you also need to participate, and you need to submit the evidence into the LMS to make sure that you understand the topic. Okay, and some lecturer also will give you extra note. Some of them is compulsory. They will state that if it's compulsory for you to participate, the facilitators or the lecturer will tell you to participate. If not, then it will tell you like this: it's not compulsory. Mean if you follow the first activity will be enough, but if you have time, you want to learn more, you can also follow other materials and resources. So this thing actually will go until week 14, right? So the process is exactly the same, just like I'm showing you here, right? Okay, so there is no different, right? Now the difference is probably, if for example in this, if you look at the example of this ULearn, week 1 and week 2 actually the lecturer conducted a synchronous lecture, so that's why you will be able to see the lecture recording uploaded. But on week 3 the lecturer actually prefer this particular lecture and also this particular lab to be conducted through self-directed learning. It means that you need to do by yourself, you need to learn by yourself. And if you have any problems regarding about these particular classes, then you will be able to communicate with your lecturers through other social media platforms such as WhatsApp or Telegram and so on. But all the process will be exactly the same throughout week 14. Now, if you find out that actually when you're looking at on each of these style, now I also want to advise the student, if you find out that actually the lecturer did not upload or any materials or did not provide any resources into your course page, please do not hesitate to email me personally, and we will resolve those issues for you. Okay, so now because of it's considered as online learning, so the lecturer should provide you in advance with all the teaching material. If for example like this week is week 5, for example, right? So it's supposed to week 5 supposed to be completed with all the resources. So next week is week 6, for example. So then the lecturer should already completed the week 6 resources uploaded into the CMS like this. So it means that during the online learning like this, you should not wait until the week of that particular topic comes. If you find out, or if you see that actually the lecturers already uploading their teaching materials, you can start by yourself like this one, right? Now if you look at these particular lecturers, okay, week 6, which is going to be next week, is already being uploaded into the CMS. It's completed, and you can start with your learning. You don't have to wait. Okay, so it will go through all this process. Now if you find during your courses, if you find any polling system like this, or any feedback that the lecturers need you to participate, please do participate because of it's important for that particular courses. Okay, so that is basically your job in the learning management system. Behind of this technology, you do not need to know, because of that will be your facilitators job to make sure that actually the content management is complete. Your job actually is to participate in this course and follow step by step using tiles that's been given to you. And if you are required to upload any documents, assignment, please do so, and make sure that you always communicate with your lecturers. Okay, this is actually for your CMS or LMS. Okay, now the other one that you need to look at is actually your OCW, or we call it open courseware. This is actually, you might find certain slide presentation from your lecturers will be valuable for you, and you can download it here. At the moment, we have small collections of notes from the lecturers, but if you think that some of these notes, for example, like research methodologies is important for you, you can read it through. This one is actually free of charge. You don't need to log in to any credential, and you can look at it. All right. And also there's another different notes, for example, like the fundamental of programming or introduction to mechanical engineering. This is all the notes that's being prepared by the lecturers, which you can use it freely. Okay, that is OCW. Now, if you are undertaking specific courses that requires you to go through open learning or MOOC platform, then you need to click in here. Now, one of the courses that actually you need to go through this particular platform is Mandarin. All the classes for Mandarin, if you are taking Mandarin classes, it will be conducted through this platform. They call it UTeM MOOC, right? Through open learning platform. So this is basically your courses, collections of courses that will be conducted through here. Now, you can also actually self-enroll into these courses. It doesn't have to be directed by a lecturer. If you are interested in probably learn something else, for example, like motion graphics for ICT student, or you want to learn Japanese language and all, you can enroll into these particular courses. But the only courses at the moment that we will allow you to have a credit transfer is Mandarin. The rest of the courses actually just part of your blended learning courses. Okay. Now, the last one, also important for you actually, is your exam portal. Okay. Now, this exam portal is going to be used at the end of the semester, where the university is going to have online final examination. Okay. So in this portal, actually the credential is exactly the same as ULearn. We are using the 365. Now, we're going to talk more about the UTeM exam portal before the end of the semester later on. But you can have all the resources that you can read through. For example, like how actually to sit for online examination, what preparations you need, all is in this guidebook. Now, the exam portal only will be opened to the student when the times come, right? So at the moment it's closed, so you will not be able to see any past examinations. You will not be able to see any past questions from this portal. This portal actually only meant to conduct online examination, but you can read through from this guideline how actually the online examination is going to be conducted through the new norms, and what step need to be taken by you as a student if you are required to sit for final examination. So please read through all this guideline, because of it will help you during your period of your study. Okay, so I think that's it for me from PSTP. I don't think so I have a lot of other things, but if you have any questions, please do write something on the chat, or probably Miss Cheong Kami, if you have you want to moderate anything from the students, let me know.
Yes, okay. Yeah, so we appreciate your sharing, Dr. Zulisma. Okay, as I say, actually, Dr. Zulisma to me is an expert. You know, he is an expert. He knows everything about all the ICT thing. Whenever throw him any question, he able to answer me accordingly. I think okay, it's kind of a very good sharing. Just now is a bit sharing by Dr. Zulisman. I would like to ask okay, my fellow students, my fellow colleagues over here, do you have any question to ask since our expert is here? Okay, for this semester, we are so honored. We are so, we have that golden opportunity. I would say golden opportunity to have our Dr. Zul here. Last time, if Dr. Zul is not here, we can just share based on our experience as a lecturer. But since the expert is here, so why not we try to grab this opportunity to ask questions, because I'm sure he can help you in answering certain questions.
Okay.
Do you have any
Now,
question?
yeah, okay. Before that, let me put an additional info here. Now,
Sure.
usually when we accessing into online materials, right? Especially the students from Bangladesh, or student from Sri Lanka, from India, or probably from China, or probably students from other country, you might have difficulties in accessing the ULearn. Now, there's a few troubleshootings that you can do when you want to access that. Number one is to make sure it might, if you're unable to access into our LMS, there's a different possibilities that that probably you need to have access first. The first one is actually, do you have a proper internet connections? Now, I remember there's one student from Bangladesh, okay, and she unable to access the LMS. So what we do actually when we do a probing actually is that their home Wi-Fi or home broadband actually is being there's a gateway that actually is being set by the government, so they are unable to access uh, our LMS, okay, because of the gateway. Now, if you have that problem, what you can do is to switch into your mobile data network, because of usually the mobile data network they don't have those gateway problems. Okay. The second one is that make sure, now if you are unable to access to our CMS, the first thing that you need to do is to make sure you contact the lecturers for that particular course. Okay. You might have probably enrolling into a wrong course page. Okay. The third one, if you find that actually the CMS cannot be accessed, the third possibility is actually our server side, probably on our side, UTeM side. So during that, as much as we can, we will try to resolve it as soon as possible. Because of, once you're using a technology, sometimes, you will encounter all these kind of technical problem. But please do not panic, because I know usually when all this cannot be accessed, the first thing that we do actually, we are panic. So when you are panicked, actually, then, you'll start, become haywire. So that's probably the extra informations that I want to add.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Zhou. You see, Dr. Zhou so knowledgeable. He so care about all of you actually. Yeah, so feel free to ask any questions since our expert is here. Do you have any questions from the floor?
Okay, I'm Burhanuddin here. Let me add
Sure.
more.
Yes, sure.
As mentioned by Dr. Surisman, actually there are many tools that we can use, and it depends on the lecturer as well. Some using ULearn, others may use Google Meet, and then Team, and so on. And even lecturers, there are certain few lecturers, they upload their lectures into YouTube. So you can communicate with the lecturers who's teaching you or supervisor what kind of tools they want to use. And even they use OneNote as well to share among the students, either synchronous or asynchronous. Okay. And I have experienced before students from India, they have problem to access to ULearn. So you can use other alternatives, even your email. So I asked the student to email the assignment through Outlook or your Gmail, okay, to the lecturer, and then lecturer can access, and then lecturer can grade it, okay. All right, thank you.
Okay, also from that, if you are postgraduate students and you're doing by research, master by research, or you are undertaking a PhD by research, usually we don't use our LMS to communicate with your supervisors. Supervisor will have their own platform. Sometimes they're going to have a remote supervision using Microsoft Teams. That's probably the common one nowadays. But if you are actually undertaking a master by taught course or doctor of IT by taught course and also undergraduate and diploma, then yes, LMS usually will be the main platform that the lecturers will use, with the combinations probably with Microsoft Teams, with WebEx and Zoom.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Zhou. Dr. Zhou, here's a question for you. Here's a question for you. One of our students called Yoga Distra Sudinman. Okay, he asked you that, okay, how do we know our facilitator's name? In SMPS, we just got our subject only without knowing the name. So, and usually many lecturers will involve at one subject like research methodology. So how actually students can manage that? This question, we hope that Dr. Zul can answer this.
This one, I think this question from the postgraduate student, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah, Yoga, are you postgraduate student?
Yoga, are you postgraduate student?
Yoga?
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Usually, if you are a postgraduate student, okay, whether is PhD by research or by taught course or master by taught course or by research, usually those particular lecturers who actually is going to teach you that particular course will actually make a contact. Okay. Usually they will be the one who going to make a contact. Because of most of the lecturer, they will have your list of your name, right? And usually they will call you through WhatsApp, through emails, and they will actually give you an instruction for you to to enroll into their courses. That's most of the time. Yeah.
Okay, Yoga, is it okay, the answer?
But if
Okay,
you
actually,
do not, if you do not know, yeah, if you do not know, still, what you can do actually is you can contact your penasihat academic. They call it academic advisor.
Advisor, yes.
Yes, academic advisor.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
I will.
Let me add to this. Yeah, let me add to this. Pak Yoga, you're from Indonesia, right?
Right, Professor Burhanuddin.
Yeah, for the undergraduate, you can contact your academic advisor. But for postgraduate, you can contact your supervisor.
Okay.
And then your supervisor will know. Or you can access to PPS website. You know, www.utem.edu.my, and then you go to PPS, postgraduate center, okay, and then they have a schedule there. They already put the schedule at the website. Who is the lecturer?
Okay. I already said Mr. Professor Burhanuddin. I can access it.
Yeah. You can go postgraduate school, postgraduate center. They already put all the detail of the subject offer for that particular semester, and then who is the lecturer. All right.
That's very helpful, Professor. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Bye.
Okay, thanks for the answer from Dr. Zul and Professor Burhanuddin. Okay, my student, do you have other questions regarding to ULearn, the tools and how to engage in the learning and all that? Okay, yeah.
All right.
Maybe Julisman, do we have a one sentence?
Yeah.
To conclude this.
Yeah. If you believe that the lecturers do not provide you with enough resources and material in the CMS, please do let me know.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sure every of us, so we are responsible lecturer, right? Actually, it's like me. Actually, I'm using MOOC. I'm the one mentioned by Dr. Zhu just now because every lecturer they will have different way to conduct classes. Okay, for because we don't see students, but we also very concerned that to make sure that my student must be in the track on the track. So therefore, we will try to connect with student, and you yourself as student have to always stay connected with us lah. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, so we thanks Dr. Julius Mans for your time, for your sharings. Thanks a lot. I think all of us here, including me myself, I really learned something from you. Thank you so much, Dr. Zul.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Zulisman from Center for Instructional Resources and Technology, PSTP. Thank you.
Yes.
Bye, everyone.
Yes, thank you. Okay, next, I would like to invite Mr. Fahim. Mr. Fahim is from our UTeM International Office. Okay, he will be sharing with you about something related to a visa issue and all that. Okay, let's welcome our Mr. Fahim from UTeM International Office. Mr. Fahim? Yeah.
Yeah, hello and very good afternoon. It's raining now outside in Malacca. Quite heavy, it's very heavy rain.
Heavy with thunderstorm.
Yeah. So I hope all of you, especially in Indonesia and in other countries, are doing well, especially in this COVID problem still in in our society, in our environment. So basically, I'm replacing Mr. Dino. So I will talk about a visa and also student pass, especially for the international student. It's very important matters, whereby like Mr. Dino and I always remind our student that your pass and visa is like your own life. Whenever you come to UTeM or to other institution in Malaysia, you need to make sure that you have a valid pass. You need to have a valid student pass so that there won't be any problem later on. All right, so let me start with the SOP or standard operating procedure for you to enter Malaysia. As at now, the government of Malaysia allow international students to enter to Malaysia unless if let's say you are coming from Indonesia, then you are still not allowed to come. But for Indonesia, from Indonesia and any other countries, so we allow you to
Hello.
come to UTeM to Malaysia, but with some strict requirement or SOP procedures. And also you need to undergo a quarantine period for between 7 or 10 days depending on your COVID swab test at your home country. And approximately the cost for the quarantine, including the test, the food, the drinks, the hotel and everything, is around 4,000 plus in ringgit Malaysia, not in rupiah, 4,000 plus ringgit. And for those who are in Malaysia now, just enjoy your life in Malaysia, and then follow all the instruction given by the government, especially on the wear the face mask, always wash your hands, sanitize your hand, avoid crowded places, and so on. This is very important in order for us to stop the spread of coronavirus in our society. All right. Next I will talk about the student pass and visa. So in order for you to become a UTeM student, first you need to apply for a student pass or visa. This can be done in two ways. First, you can you by yourself, you can what you call that, go to the EMGS website, Education Malaysia Global Services website, enter all your details, particulars there. This can be done only when you got your offer letter, and I'm sure you already got your offer letter, and some of you already got your student pass, and some of you already got your visa approval letter, electronic visa approval letter. All right. So this is a gentle reminder for all of you. If let's say you already got your student pass later on, in order for you to renew your student pass, you have to come back to us, come to our office, or reach Mr. Dino or me at least 2 months before the expiry date. Meaning to say, if let's say your visa, your student pass will be expired in the 31st of May 2021, then you have to come back to us not latest by 31st of March 2021. At least 2 months before, not less than 2 months. So it will give us ample time to prepare for your documents, to apply for your renewal and so on. What is the problem? What is the consequences if let's say you are submit to us less than 2 months? So the first thing first is we might not have appropriate time to process your visa. The immigration don't have the enough time for them to process your visa for your renewal, and then you will be penalized for the late of submission, and also you'll be charged for a special pass for every month that whenever your student pass is not ready yet. So for example, if let's say you submit less than 2 months before, and we require to the renewal process takes longer than what we expected, then for every 1 month we will the immigration will charge 100 ringgit. So if let's say they require around 2 months, then you have to pay for around 200 ringgit. But if let's say you submit to us more than 2 months, then I'm pretty sure I can confirm that there will be no special pass imposed to you. There will be no penalty imposed to you. So this a gentle reminder from us actually. So just make sure check your student pass, check your visa regularly. Because we have cases whereby the student the pass already expired for more than 2 months, 3 months, then only they come to us. Then it will be very, very, havoc at the immigration, and a very big problem for us as well, because we need to make a justification for you, and you also are required to be present at the immigration office together with our officer to explain to the immigration officer why you are like what we call that overstay, because your visa is already expired and you are staying in Malaysia without a valid pass. All right. Okay, so that's number 2. So the first one is about the SOP for you to come back to Malaysia. The second one is the reminder for you to apply for your renewal at least 2 months before the expiry date. And then the third one is it's highly encouraged that you get a copy of the renewal form, whether you are from the undergraduate program or postgraduate program. If let's say you are from the undergraduate program, you need to have like your original passport with the validity of your passport at least 50 months. And then you need to submit to us the passport copy, 2 copies, all pages. Make sure the pages is very clear, and then all the numbers, the pages, the number of every pages can be seen. And then we require to submit your class attendance as well, and then we require to submit as the exam result. Then if let's say your CGPA is below 2.0, then you are required to submit the supporting letter from your dean, from your faculty. So there's the documents for renewal for undergraduate program. If let's say for postgraduate program, the first one is also same. Your passport validity must be at least 15 months, and then you are required to submit 2 copy of your passport, clear every pages, and then your passport photo, white background, and then the 3.5 centimeter times 4.5 centimeter. Also for undergraduate also the same, passport photo, white background. Please send white background, not blue background, otherwise we will reject, and immigration also will reject. And then if let's say you are doing thought course, give us the class attendance. If let's say you are doing research, then give us the progress report that has been signed by your supervisor. You can download or get your progress report from the portal, and then give us also the examination result. You can print from your portal as well, and that's all. And also the payment for your renewal. Then the payment will be differ from one person to another, because it depends on which package for the insurance that you are taking. Some they are taking the higher type of insurance, some they are taking the lower types of insurance. It depends on you. If let's say you are required more coverage, then you can opt for the higher package of insurance. All right. So basically, I'm already covered about first one is the SOP, and the second one is the reminder for you to submit to us at least 2 months before the expiry for your student pass, and then the third one is the requirement for you to do some renewal. All right. And then on top of you're paying for the tuition fees and admin fees to the UTeM Holdings, you also required to pay for the personal bond. Personal bond is like a deposit, and you will be getting back your personal bonds once you finish your program or your studies, or perhaps maybe you cannot continue or you cannot finish your study and you want to change to other university, or you want to go back to your home country, then you will get back your personal bond. So in order for you to get the personal bond back, you have to submit to us your passport, and we need to shorten your visa, your student pass, and then we require you, if let's say you finish study, you want to go back to your home country, give us the completion letter from the academic management division or center of postgraduate studies, and also give us the flight tickets. Then we will shorten your visa according to your flight ticket. If let's say your visa valid until 1st of November 2021, but you want to go back in the month of May, for example, then you get the flight ticket on 15th of May 2021. So we will shorten your student pass until 15th of May 2021. So on the very last day of your stay in Malaysia, so you have to go out on that particular day according to your flight tickets. All right, then after we are shorten your visa, then you can come back to us before you go back to your country to process for your personal bond. We will return back to you. Our bursary will return back the personal bond to you. For example, if let's say from Indonesia, you will be getting back a 500 ringgit. If let's say you are from Bangladesh, you will be getting back around 750 ringgit. And then other countries, it will be different. For example, like Middle East, most of the countries from Middle East is around 1,500 ringgit. All right. So that's all about the personal bond and also the short-term visa and everything. And then the same thing applies if let's say you want to change to other university. For example, if let's say or progress from other university, and then you have to come back to us, so we will process your application accordingly. For example, like from bachelor degree, if let's say you want to go to other institution for master degree, we call it progression and also variation. All right, so far any other question from you before I proceed? Or perhaps I Mr. Dino also presents here, so I will also ask Mr. Dino to perhaps he have more detail on the visa issues. I will take the question now.
Yes, do we have any question regarding visa? Okay, besides Mr. Fahim, we have another expert here, Mr. Dino. He's here. You can ask them, both of them, question regarding this issue, the immigration thing, the visa, okay, when to renew and how much need to pay and all that. Okay, they are the expert in this field. Okay, welcome your question. Please type your question in the chat, or maybe you can unmute yourself and raise up your question over here, since we have two experts here regarding this matter.
All right, Mr. Fahim, can I ask a question, Mr. Fahim?
Yes.
My name is Yoga.
Yeah, Mr. Yoga. Yeah, Pak Yoga.
If we have in Indonesia, we already got vaccine from twice or more of the vaccine. If we are got a vaccine certificate, is it we still at some quarantine SOP just like that, Mr. Fahim?
All right, you asked about the exception if let's say you already got the vaccination
Yeah, we got
from the
vaccinated.
government, is it? So you ask whether the Malaysian government will give any exception for those who are already getting vaccination from their home country.
Yes.
All right.
How about Mr.
All right. As far as I'm concerned now, and as far as the Ministry of Health of Malaysia inform us, and also the Ministry of Higher Education inform us, as at now there are no exception for foreign citizen who wish to enter Malaysia, and they still require you to undergo a quarantine process in Malaysia, whereby like I mentioned before, if let's say you're already getting your vaccination and you already take the PCR swab test at least 3 days before your departure, then you are required to undergo quarantine for around 7 days in Malaysia. Once you step into the airport, so our personnel from the Ministry of Health will check you the symptom and everything, and you will be sent to the hotel for 7 days. And then on the 5th day, they will conduct a test, RTK antigen test. If let's say negative and okay, you don't have any symptom, then you are free. They will give you they call it discharge form. Yeah. So after that, you can come to Malacca or any other or any other institution. Except now, there is no exception given by government.
So there's no different different SOP for the people who have vaccination or not. Yeah.
As at now, no. Still same.
Okay.
Yeah, you still have to be quarantined. But in the future, we are not sure.
Okay. Let's hope there's a different way, Mr.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's still the same.
Okay. That's only my question. Thank you, Mr. Fahim.
All right, Pak Yoga. Thank you very much. Any other question, perhaps?
Yeah, thanks for the question from Yoga and thanks for the answer from Mr. Fahim. Others, do you still have questions? You can ask questions here, or maybe you just type in the chat. Okay, do you have other questions? Okay, if no question at the moment, okay, we thank you, Mr. Fahim, to share us quite a lot of info regarding the admission, regarding the visa matter. Okay, so thanks, Mr. Fahim.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and now, since I'm here, I would like to show you just some picture so show you some picture regarding the UTeM facility and all that. Okay, so just a moment. Okay, let me share you something. Okay, just let me know if you can see my slide.
Yes.
Can, right? Okay, good, cool. So just share you something. Okay, so of course, welcome to University Technical Malaysia Melaka. Okay, so this is here because Melaka is a very wonderful good days for the sightseeing places, okay, like for Masa and all that. You see, these are the places. Okay, Malaysia actually, this UTeM, our UTeM actually situated at the UNESCO Heritage Site of Historical City of Melaka. So we are so fortunate, so we can work here and we can study here. Okay. So next, this is about the general info about UTeM and academic. Of course, you already enrolled in our program. So basically, you know how many faculties we have, right? We have 8 faculties. And this is our research niche area, advanced manufacturing and computing technology. We have 6 centers of excellence. Okay, about the student developments, okay, according to the data, okay, 86% of graduability in year 2018 lah. Okay, and we do have the so-called the industrial engagement, all that. We have more than 100 industrial partner. So in terms of the human resource, okay, we have our staff and we do have our academician, 880 academicians. Okay, so this is a rough idea about the UTeM. Okay, yeah, this is a place. I just show you some photo. Wow. This is a mosque. Okay, this is river, Malacca River, and we have good food here. We have satay, we have popiah, and what is this? I think this is like the noodles and all that. This ice cream, coconut shake, and all that. Okay, so you can spend time to have good food, to have to visit our beautiful place with beautiful scenery. Okay, and this is faculty. Okay, I don't need to mention this because you already enrolled in the program, right? Okay, so this basically is our academic program. Okay, so maybe in the future, maybe now you're doing your degree. Okay, maybe in the future you could enroll as our master student, right? Or maybe you want to further, you can still further to our PhD level. Okay, so next one, this is a program lah. If you're interested, okay, feel free to come over to UIC. Okay, we can give you a brief intro, or maybe you can go to our website, go to the PPS website to get the info for certain particular subject. Maybe in the future you would like to enroll further, you want to further enhance yourself in master degree and PhD level program. These are the program, PhD and some Doctor of Engineering by research and all that. Okay, so when the time comes, I think for sure you will come here, or maybe you consult someone from PPS or from IPTK for the further information. Okay, so this is student enrollment. Okay, you are part of it. You already, since you are already our student, you are part of it. Okay, our total enrollment is 12,547 students. Okay, so this is in the past. So, you're here, right? Okay, maybe you still don't have any opportunity to engage with other students in UTeM, but the data shows that, okay, we already have many international study students so far. Okay, we have 809 international students from 30 countries. Okay, we have PhD 400 over, master student 100 over, and bachelor degree student. And in the same time, actually, we have inbound mobility and outbound mobility. There's something to do with a student exchange program. So from here, we know the culture of other country. Other students are welcome to join our program over here. There's something like the knowledge exchange and cultural exchange thing. Okay, so you won't feel, oh, you're lonely. Okay, you're far away. You travel later. You're far away. Travel. Okay, back to UTeM. You feel lonely. You miss home. No, you won't feel that. Okay, later I will show you something about our students' activity and facility we have in UTeM. Okay, so this is the graduates. Okay, for sure, when we enter university, our aim is, yes, we want to graduate, right? Okay, so therefore, what information you gain just now from Dr. Julisman, from our professor, those are very valuable info for you. Okay, to make you stay motivated. Okay, and even what has been shared by Mr. Fahim, also very important, so that you always stay engaged in the system. Okay, you won't feel lost. Okay, and then you feel you can't follow whatever the instruction. No. Okay, you need to make yourself always stay motivated in whatever information. Okay, so for sure you will be one of them. You'll be one of them, our graduates, our future graduate in the future. Okay, so this is our international collaboration. Okay, it's very important. Okay, so we always we encourage lifelong learning. We learn from others. Okay, because there will be something which others country they have some technology which we UTeM can learn from them, and maybe they can learn from us as well. So therefore, we have this so-called international collaboration. Okay, so this is our networking, MTUN and all that. Okay, so this is industrial partnership. Okay, maybe in the future, yeah, for the degree student, of course, maybe you do the intern, right? You got the opportunity to have an internship. Okay, so this is a very good opportunity. You can spend sometimes we have to stay with the industry, and you get to know what is needed by the industry, and you can apply your skill into that particular field. Okay, actually this valuable experience is to provide you a platform for you to get ready to go into the industry straight away. Okay, so next, this is the facility we have in UTeM. Okay, you can have a look. Okay, the facility. Okay, maybe you know it. You can name it. Some are from FDMK, some are from FKM and all that. Okay, so the Samsung IoT Academy. Okay, we conduct many courses related IT courses over there. Okay, and we have this one ST IoT Lab. Okay, so this is satellite lab. Okay, this is based on the FDMK. So we spend a lot. We really spend a lot. Okay, in order to invest in the facility which is needed by the students. Okay, so and the student facility. Okay, so for some student, you choose to stay in our hostel, right? Actually, UTeM provide on-campus accommodation to the students. Okay, so we call it as a residential college. Actually, it's well equipped with furniture, and you just bring in your luggage and then you can stay there already. Okay, so we have somebody take care of you over there lah. Okay, and we have a sport complex. Of course, now we do not have such activity at the moment, but in the future, yeah, please participate in those activities, okay, with our senior student over here. We have indoor and outdoor stadium which can accommodate 500 people at any time. Okay, this include we have the badminton, futsal, basketball, okay, tennis, rugby, hockey, as well as you want, you can have you can run there. We have the place for you to run in the field. This field is very big. You can spend your time over there. Okay, and this is a facility cafeteria. So the food actually basically the food here is okay. It's not that spicy. Because Malaysian food is very good, delicious, I tell you. Okay, and we do have a shuttle bus service. Okay, for those maybe some you choose to stay in a hostel, but some you choose to stay outside. Okay, we have students also stay outside of the campus. No worry, you don't have the transportation at the moment, but we do provide you the shuttle bus service according to the schedule. Okay, so the transport is from main campus to our industry campus. Now we do not have a city campus. The time is from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. So, but if need extra trip, yeah, can request. It's upon request. Okay, so student facility, Wi-Fi, of course, especially now, right, is during the pandemic time. Okay, we are actually studying online. Okay, the Wi-Fi facility is actually it's good. Okay, it support the learning. No worries about that. Okay, and student activity center. Okay, you can actually join any group you want. Okay, join the club, dancing club, or whatever. That one is under the HEPA. Under HEPA. In Malay, we call it Halua Pelajar lah. You can join the club, the society, the debate, and all that. Okay, my student actually very active, engaged in all type of activities. Okay, in the club or the society. Okay, the facility, student help center, right? I think you're familiar with this, right? Okay, yeah. Maybe next time you enter UTeM, right? You may do the checkup, okay? In case you fall sick, okay, you no need to travel far because we have our health center inside our campus. Okay. Yeah, this is student activity, you see. Yeah, they are all happy. They feel happy in UTeM. Okay, they have the competition, the bowling competition. They had the forum session with our top management team and all that. Okay, these are the smiling face. Okay, they have the discussion and all that, the workshop and all that. We invite speaker from outside. Okay, yeah, so they even can actually they try to rent a bus. Just now the shuttle bus, right? Okay, they rent a bus. They go to travel. They go to even travel to some island, to some places like Legoland, which is situated in our Johor. Okay, Johor. Okay, so these are the student activity. They can even spend time, okay, with their peers. They go to site visit. Okay, they have the visit in the factory and the places in order to enhance their understanding towards certain field of their study. Okay, so actually can be done all this. Okay, even they can carry out this competition, okay, futsal competition, and even this one, the game, the e-game, the e-sport, we call it as e-sport. They can participate actively here. Okay, and the chess competition also is allowed. So it's not that boring. It's not just study. Okay, balance life. Okay, in UTeM, okay, you can enjoy your life. Okay, besides studying, actually can enjoy your wonderful pleasures moment with your friends and with your peers and with your lecturer as well. Okay, so these are activities. They even go to the sea. What place is This is they want to they explore more on the paddy field, and this is taken the photo taken in paddy field. This one maybe they try to understand the rubber tappers life, how to the rubber, the production of the rubber and all that. Okay, yeah, this is a KLCC in KL. Okay, they can organize a trip that travel over there. Okay, so these are all about the information regarding the UTeM lah. You get regarding UTeM. I hope you don't feel lonely here. Okay, if you have any question or anything unsolved problems, okay, please come over to UIC. We are here to help. Okay, so yeah, I think yeah, we now is already for something. Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions so far? Do you have any questions? Okay.
It's very clear.
Hi, Yoga. Okay,
It's very clear.
It's very clear, very good. I like that. Okay, so the thing is, this platform actually is arranged purposely for you. Okay, for you not to feel lonely. Okay, I remember when I first joined the university, right? Okay, in degree, I feel lost. I feel I don't know what to do. So actually, I hope that through this small sharing session, you feel more comfortable with the admission, with the environment, and with the procedure, the SOP, yeah, and all that. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I would like to invite our professor, okay, to wrap today's sessions and say a few words to our students over here.
Okay, thank you again, Madam Cheong Kami.
Yes.
And we are at the end of the session, and I believe today we have a very good sharing, and hope you have learned on e-learning, and then you learn about visa facilities and other matters. And I would like to thanks again to Center for Instructional Resources and Technology, PSTP, especially Dr. Zulisman bin Maksum, and the UIC team that organized today orientation session program. And we are sorry because we cannot have a face-to-face session due to this pandemic COVID-19. We only can have like this online session, and we hope that you always contact and communicate with your lecturers, academic advisors, supervisors, deputy dean or dean in your respective faculties for any issues related to your study in UTeM, University Technical Malaysia, Malacca. Okay, and last but not least, I would like to apologize for any inconvenience, and please continue to communicate with us, UIC, UTeM International Center, if you have any problem. And I would like to see you again soon, and thank you very much for joining this session. And back to Madam Cheong Kan.
Yeah, thank you so much, Yoga. Do you have anything to say, Yoga? You want to say something? I saw your faces here. Okay, before we end this session, I really think that this session is fruitful to me also. Okay, actually, I learned a lot of things from Dr. Zul, and I learned a lot of things from Mr. Pham and our professor also. Okay, before we end this session, shall we take a one group photo?
Yeah,
Okay, do you
sure.
want to switch on? You switch on your camera, and we take our very first photo, online photo, with all of you here. Hi, Sally, Camila.
So
Hi,
who's going
Ariel,
to take photo?
Saudi.
Who's going to take photo?
Then we can take a prof. You take one, I take one. Fahim also can take. Later we share.
All right.
Okay, so you can switch on your camera. You can switch on your camera. This is our very first photo. Okay, yeah. Always stay happy. Always stay motivated. Okay, because this
you can
journey.
take out the. You can unshare the slides.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Where is it?
Just now you share. You unshare it.
Unshare. Click where? I stop sharing. Okay,
Stop
yeah,
sharing.
done. I stop
Yeah.
share already. Okay, so when I count 1, 2, 3, everybody smile happily. Okay, yeah, feel good. Okay, this journey, you won't feel lonely. We are with you every time. We are with you. Hi, Rose. Hi, Premansha. Okay, everyone. Okay, when I count 1, 2, 3, everybody smile. Okay, okay, good. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you everyone for your participation. Okay, welcome to UIC Open. Okay, don't feel shy to come over here. We're always here. We're always here. Okay, keep in touch. Okay, bye. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Keep in touch. Okay, bye.
Okay.
Have a nice day.
Thank you, Madam Chong.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.